This time on One Foot Flipper, we get a bunch of hats and we talk about autism. Stay tuned.
One foot flipper.
Hi, Paige here, the One Foot Flipper, coming to you from the basement where you can hear the lovely sounds of the washer and dryer going in the background. Isn't that wonderful? I love that stuff can go all week without getting touched, but then has to be done while I'm filming. Makes my heart happy, makes me smile and think of ponies and unicorns. Which is good because today did not start out great. I mean, well, the very first part was great. I was up and ready Saturday morning, gonna hit the Goodwill outlet because it was raining, so there's not gonna be any garage sales. And the Goodwill outlet's a 9-minute round trip from me, so it's about 4.5 minutes to get there. Well, it's really 4 minutes to get there, 5 minutes to get back. I have perfect timing, set up to stop at McDonald's, get the biscuit on the way there, everything. Pulling almost at the McDonald's. My order's already in on my phone because I'm smart. I'm gonna get the deal and I don't want to wait around at the window. Got a green light to cruise right in. But no, Mr. BMW pulls out right in front of me. I'm at 5 miles an hour. I have to slam on my brakes so I don't hit him. The light turns red. He goes ahead and runs it. You know, runs it at like 5 miles an hour. And I'm a sane person, so I don't run the light. Then I finally cross over to the McDonald's, and guess what? He is in front of me at the drive-thru. He takes 6 minutes to order. I already had my order put in on my phone, you know, like most everybody does today. No, he orders at the menu, takes the door, the window, takes 6 minutes to do it. And this total delay, 6 minutes of him ordering at the window, and 2 minutes, because it's a stupidly long light, caused me to get to the Goodwill outlet 5 minutes late. Get there, and just in time to watch a perfectly able-bodied guy in his young 20s take the last handicap spot. I had to park all the way in the back. Although the guy sat around in his car for a little while, so he ended up going in right in front of me and getting the last cart. I can't source without a cart. So after all this, I got to turn around, roll back out, roll all the way to the end of the parking lot, put my leg back on, put the wheelchair in the Jeep, and drive home. So that's how it's been going so far. Why don't we look at a few sales? I wish I could say they're doing great. They're doing okay. Sold a Mustang poster, 50 years of the Ford Mustang, sold for $11.25. All of my posters, I have basically nothing in, or they came from a bulk buy that long paid for itself, because I either get my posters from the Goodwill outlet, in which they cost almost nothing because they weigh almost nothing, or I bought a large lot from ADH Dave once that paid for itself about 50 times over. Maybe not 50, but definitely is paid for itself many times. This one came from the ADH Dave lot, a Lonnie Anderson poster from 1978, sold for $12.70. Plus ship, of course. Untested Linksys router, $15. Goodwill bin's fine. It's not a huge profit, but it's a guaranteed one, and they sell fast. So I don't mind only clearing $6 or $7 on it. Takes minutes to list, and it'll sell in a few days. $3.79 Jungle Book sealed Disney VHS. That is $3.79 plus ship, not $379 or $379,000. That's just the box. Somewhere here, I've got a box of dominoes. These are some Mara brand plastic mechs dominoes. They've got a BB in them so they can spin. I'd never seen this brand before. The set's not complete, but I put it up anyway for, I think it was $20. Nope, $9.70, and that's what I got for it. Anything left? This back here that my hand is on is a box of wooden stamps. I hope it's the last box of wooden stamps. Now, on some great news, at least for me, is by the time this video comes out, my channel should have surpassed 1 million views. I've really been trying some different stuff lately and trying to hit multiple shorts per day, and it's finally made my channel start taking off again. And I sold this Warhammer 40,000 Sisters of Battle tank for $45.64. What else did I sell? This is a box of Warhammer flight bases for flying miniatures, $16.66. This is a Build-A-Bear Batman costume. Got the boots, got the cape, and the outfit. A lot of times if you see a Build-A-Bear with clothes, the clothes will sell for as much as the entire bear. So especially if you're at the bins, the outlet or whatever, just take the clothes off the bear and just buy the clothes. King Cobra Fairway wood cover, $8. Not bad. World of Warcraft collectible card game, sealed booster box from a long time ago, $163.02. And finally, Freedom Fighters for the original Xbox, $6.64. I do not have many Xbox games left. All right, I just got a big box from Kevin the Commonwealth Picker. Let's see what's in it, because I have no idea. Only because I have a poor memory. Okay, looks like we got hats and more hats, a lot more hats. USS Merrimack, the hats for specific ships are good. So we got a lot of hats. Oh my goodness, do we have a lot of hats. Might not even have to go out today. Oh, it just keeps going too. There must be 50 or 60 hats here. And there's a smaller box. Let's see what the smaller box is. Oh, a Commonwealth Picker sticker. Nice. And the smaller box appears to be stuffed absolutely full of watches. This is a fancy one. It's a Commodore 64 watch. If this goes to... No, this paperwork doesn't go to that watch. Otherwise, this would be a very valuable watch otherwise. Maybe the Commodore watch is in here somewhere. I hope so. Kevin, thanks for the stuff. Okay, it is Sunday morning, everybody, and we are headed off to the Goodwill bins here with the Teen Girl Squad. We're going to stop at McDonald's and spend $15. It was required by the script, so that's a tax write-off. Getting some McMuffins and a hash brown and a couple of drinks. And this person in front of us is trying to go 35 miles an hour on the highway. Alright girls, when we get there, you're going to look for some things for yourself, but also things I can sell. Remember, big heavy things are usually not going to be good because I have to pay for them by the pound, and then they have to be sent through the mail. So smaller, lighter things are better. Does one of you want to be the person who looks for hats? Okay, that'll only take a few minutes because they're really only mostly in one zone. Just get every hat, every men's hat.
And that's also a cap.
Yeah, every hat, every hat that looks kind of like what I got on, get it.
Not sombrero.
Yeah, every baseball caps, whatever. Get all of them, and then we'll look at them at the end.
All right. Why all of them?
So I can look at all of them at the end and see if I want them or not. That's why all of them. I'm not even a hat expert, Lily, but I don't think you're a hat expert yet.
No.
Maybe you are.
I just like hats.
And if you were a hat expert, then yes, you could pick which ones to not pick up.
My dad just wants to wear a new hat like every video.
No, I wear the same few hats all the time. I wear this one a lot. I wear my D&D tire one. I wear my upside down pineapple hat. I wear the green hat with the
Isn't D&D Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes, but that's not what this was. But it says D&D Tire, but it was a company that was called D&D Tire that had nothing to do with Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh.
But that's why I wear it, because I think that's funny. Okay, and don't put any books or movies into the cart unless you want them, okay? Because they're almost always not going to be good. Yesterday, somebody cut me off right before the McDonald's and caused everything to go bad and me to miss getting a cart. Today, if we missed getting a cart, it's because we took too long to get here. Normally they don't run out of carts until like 20 minutes after they open, but yesterday they were out like immediately. Like, I managed to get in there and watch the last cart get taken.
Well, I guess everybody tries to get there early.
Yeah, people line up in front.
Yeah.
I don't bother trying to be near the front of the line because I'm slow. I'm not going to get anything from anybody else anyway.
Oh my god, it's our trail, Emily.
Rider trail, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here yesterday is where car whipped out of here, super slow, and it made me almost hit him, and made me slow down enough to miss this light. But the car then ran the light, and then they got in the McDonald's drive-thru before me and took 6 minutes to order, when I had already ordered on my phone.
That's fun.
What a wonderful person. But then that 6 minutes it took to order made me miss the cart. So I got a series of messages yesterday from somebody begging for me to sell them this new set of Nerf darts for basically what it would cost me to ship it out. They wanted them for $6 shipped, and after fees and everything else, that would leave me nothing left. But they just needed to have it for their autistic grandson. Now, if you've been selling long enough, you will have already run into this before. The autistic son or grandson is most often a scam. Even if the kid is real, there's no reason to bring him up in negotiations. When I ask somebody for lower price on something, I don't say, by the way, I only have one leg. It's bull. So don't fall for it. And when you look at the feedback these people have left, it's often a string of negatives. I fell for this a couple of times in my very early selling days. And guess what? Both of the people apparently were really expecting me to give them the item for free because they both filed claims. So just don't do it. This isn't meant to be anything negative about anybody who actually has autism or is an autistic family member, but you don't need to be bringing that up when you're asking for discounts. I don't say, oh, I really need this for my wife. She smells really bad. You don't do it. I'm going to cut that part out. It's another day. It's another BMW in front of me at McDonald's. Been there for quite a while. Let's hope we make it. I hope we make it. All right. Did pretty good at the Goodwill bins. There was a little bit of a herding cats situation with the three girls at the beginning. Julie had been there many times, but Lily had only been there once. I don't think Emily had ever gone before. Trying to get them to find hats, and one of them forgot to get a cart, and they're all going to the exact same bin. I'm like, no, girls, you got to spread out. But we eventually got that going. We did really good. My cart was over full by the end after we all brought our carts together and I sorted everything. And I only paid $33, and that was counting the things that the girls wanted for themselves. But we also got a huge number of hats, and since hats only ended up being like 33 cents or so at the bins, it ended up being fairly affordable. All right, let's see. What did we sell? Well, I don't know what you sold, but I know what I sold. I sold an empty box and another empty box for a total of $27 plus shipping to the same customer. Not bad at all. You know you can sell empty boxes. Sold a temperature probe for $5.82. I know these are low dollar, but I always pick these up because they sell fast. They're not that hard to package. So they're cool. Sold a custom Warhammer Fantasy miniature. This is a named character, Legros or something, but he's walking a nurgling little baby demon there. My friend Ed would have made this about 35 years ago or so. That sold for $19.64. It took several years to sell because it was indeed a custom miniature. It doesn't represent anything that's normally in the game or should be in the game. I'm only listing this because it happens to be in front of me. Seven Wonders Duel promo card, $5.81. That was my last one. All right. Now this next item, in a live stream with ADH Dave, since he was fixing up Carrie's new house that he's going to live in, and they were talking about bidets, I offered to send them this brand new bidet to install on Carrie's new toilet. But for some reason, he didn't want it, which is fine. Somebody else bought it for $14.99 plus shipping. Did you know you can get a bidet to add to your toilet for that cheap? Sold this Tyneco vacuum battery used $16. And a Swedish Angel chimes, $13.49. This would have been Goodwill bins, for sure. I sold an armless Warhammer Dwarf for $6.90. Warhammer 40,000 Dwarfs. Dwarves were only in the first edition of Warhammer 40,000, and then they took them out, which is why even an armless one still brought almost $7. Paul Revere and the Raiders, $10, going international. This one's kind of interesting because I had somebody with me sourcing who normally isn't with us sourcing at all, and he picked this record at the bins. And this is a 21, 22-year-old kid. I think he's actually younger than that. Might only be 19 or 20. But he picked this record at the bins, and I looked it up, and it was indeed a sellable record. Matter of fact, it's a demo at that, and it is going international. A fixed OBD2 scanner. This plugs into your car and hooks up to your phone and does all that scanning and diagnostic things that for some reason they just don't have built into the dashboard of the car. There's no reason why that couldn't be shown on the dashboard of a modern car, but it's not. Bunch of jingle bells, $10, sold in a day and a half. Alright, that's all the sales I got for today. Hope I can find a box that this empty box will fit into. I'm scrambling anytime I need a big box of any kind. It was so much easier when everything was priority mail. Alright, why don't we look at some of the things we got from that Goodwill haul. One thing I found is a signed team ball for Kansas City Sporting. That's a Major League Soccer team. When I see a ball, I always look to see if it's signed. I have found this, I believe this is the 5th signed ball now I found at the Goodwill outlet and paid almost nothing for it. Now, soccer does not have the popularity in America that it does in Europe, so this isn't going to be a $500 item or anything, but it might be good for $60 or $70, or it might just make somebody's day. Other things I found, a brand new human hair wig. When my cart was pretty full, so I was digging deeper. Radar detector. People still use radar detectors? The comp seemed okay on it. Pointing this out because this is one of those games that looks like it would be bad, but it's actually good. Super Racco. For some reason, most games that look like this barely sell for more than the cost of shipping, but this one sells for actual money. It's not a ton, but it's an easy pack, easy ship. And finally, did you know that video stores must still exist? The reason they must exist is because I found this giant Deadpool poster, and it says right here, rent it May 10th. That means that this poster, which is on plastic, must have been made for video stores and went into a video store, or possibly on the top of a Redbox kiosk, but man, this looks big for those. I don't know. If you know, tell me. Also found a fax machine. Got a lot of hats. Haven't really gone through them all yet. Alright, that's a lot of stuff. I have a lot of listing to get to. It's going to be a pretty busy week. Hopefully somebody will start buying Christmas ornaments again soon, because I have a large amount of space taken up with personalized Christmas ornaments in my store, and nobody seems to be buying them this year. Alright, I think that's all I've got for today. Thanks, and I hope to see you again soon.
See, that's One Foot Flipper's nonsense video.